You may have noticed that whenever we go to the index.html, the code will be executed immediately. And of course, we don't want that. The AJAX request will be made immediately. And of course, we don't need to do that. Instead, we need to make the AJAX request whenever we want to, not automatically. We don't want to make it just automatically here whenever this file is executed. That AJAX gets executed as well. We don't want that. Instead, we want to do that manually, meaning that we want to kind of have a control over when to make a AJAX request. And to do that, we can simply add this code in a function. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create a function. I am going to create a function here. I'm going to create a new function, and then I'm going to call it make AJAX request. And then inside this function, I'm going to paste this code. I'm going to copy this code. I'm going to copy this code and then remove it. And then I'm going to paste it here inside this function. And a very important thing that you need to do is that you need to make the HTTP request global, because this HTTP request is being used by the AJAX response. So this HTTP request must be removed from here. Must be added at the top, but it must be empty. And then here in the make AJAX, we need to remove this var. So this HTTP request is global, and in the make AJAX request, we make a new object of the XML HTTP request and store it in the HTTP request, and then the response will be able to use that HTTP request. So that's it. Now if you save and head on over to the browser, nothing is going to happen. Let me refresh. Nothing is going to happen because now this function is the one that we need to call in order to make a request. So if you want to make a request now, you need here to say make AJAX request. So you need to call the make AJAX request, which is this function, which is going to make the AJAX request, and it's going to also add a response function to the onReady state change. Let me now save and refresh and show you that now it's going to work again. As you can see here, it says there's a problem with the server because I'm passing a wrong URL my website, because my website doesn't have a service, doesn't provide an API service, therefore it's going to return error, meaning that my website kind of doesn't have a response, doesn't have a the phone number, my phone number is kind of turned off. Therefore, the response is going to be an error. It's going to respond with an error. So this is very important. You need to add the HTTP request open and send and onReady change in a function so that you don't make AJAX request automatically.